Hi everybody, welcome back. Hope you're all keeping well. If you're following on from last week's video, where we're about to cut the tracks, I've got a little bit more work to do on the baseboard, so I'm going to take you underneath the baseboard so you can see what I'm doing there to get it ready for cutting. So let's go and have a look at that. Here we are under the baseboard, and you can see this section is bolted to the next section by these two bolts. So there's a couple of things I got to do. When I built it, I didn't have any large washers, but I do have some now, so they're going to be replaced once I put it back together. I want to add some of these, some of these metal dowels for lining it up. Should have done this when I was building it, but I didn't have them at the time, and I want to fit them. The other thing I'm going to do is, you can see, if I move the camera over to this side, you can see for the bolts on the other side, I've been using these captive nuts. So what I'm thinking to do on here is actually put a captive nut on this side as well. So that will, as you take it apart and put it back together again, you won't wear the hole that the bolt's going through. It'll thread through this and then through the other one on the other side, keeping it together. And then with the penny washer on top of that as well, so you're not biting into the wood and causing more wear in the wood than is necessary. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole through for the metal dowels. Now this sort of thing is a lot easier done when you're building it and you just have the framework before you put on the baseboard, because of course one of the problems I have now is my drill won't fit in there, so it means I would be drilling at a slope, which you don't want for your dowels. You won't get proper alignment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill through from the other side, because I can get my drill in and come through straight. So I'm going to go and do that now. Save anybody with headphones having to suffer the noise of a drill. So I'm going to do that now. It's an 8mm hole for these particular dowels, so I'll go and drill the hole now, and then we'll look at fitting them once I take the board apart. So now I have two holes drilled all the way through both of the supports that are joined together here. So when I take this apart now, I know those holes are lined up, so I can then just glue the dowels in place, and that will keep the alignment right. So I'm just going to carry on now. I'm going to undo these bolts, and then I'm going to put in the captive nut on the other side just to see if it works. I'm not sure if this will work or not, so I'll put it in to see if it will work. The other thing with having this captive nut on this side, it means you can just undo the bolts, and then the bolt can sit in the baseboard. So you don't have to, you're not going to lose any bolts, they're all going to be in one place. And it's just a matter of using an electric screwdriver with a 13mm socket on it to take the bolts in and out and tighten everything up. So I'm going to do that on this side now, and then I'll come back and show you when I'm done. There we go. There's the penny washer in with the captive nut behind it. It holds it nice and secure. I think it will be better for aligning as well. There won't be as much wear on the wood with bolts going in and out as you disassemble and reassemble the layout. So we'll just see how that goes. Time will tell. So I'll do the other side, and then we can go and cut the track. There we are, there's bolts in both sides. Hose drilled for the dowels, and the penny washer's on. So now let's go back up top, and we'll cut the rails. We're going to cut this rail here, the first rail. I'm going to use my Dremel type tool. And I got safety glasses on, always important with these discs because they can shatter and you don't want to get a bit of that in your eye. As well as that, little flakes of metal and everything flying everywhere, so always wear safety glasses. So it's going to get a bit noisy now, and we'll get stuck in. So there's the first cut made. Now I just have to do the rest, and then we'll take the baseboard apart and see how that works out. So I'll carry on and do the rest, and I'll come back and show you the cuts when they're complete, and we go from there. That's the cuts done there. There was a little bit of movement on some of them, like this one here, you can see the track, as soon as it was cut, it moved. The solder broke off here. So that's just going to take a little bit of adjustment to line it back up. I'm not too worried about it now. I'm going to take the board apart, flip it over so I can do the wiring, and then when I put it back together again, I can sort this out here. There we go. First baseboard is out, ready for wiring. If you want a sneak peek of the wiring, check back on my live stream from the 18th of January, and you will see I'm doing some of the wiring there. Next video now is actually going to be on the wiring, so I'll be doing that next, and then we'll follow with the rest of the baseboards. So, as always, big thank you to my channel members and patrons whose names are scrolling down here. Thanks for their support. If you haven't given me a thumbs up yet, please do, and subscribe if you're new here. And as always, there'll be a video here, and the old subscribe button in the middle. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.